Okay, so this is my second podcast. We had so much fun doing the other one, we thought we'd go ahead and do a second one while we're still set up. So today I'm going to give you some tips on how to use the Coluzzle. I think this is probably the one item that I get the most questions on and people are the most afraid of. So I'm going to show you a few little tips that will make it a lot easier and make it more successful for you. I've put two templates here, two Coluzzle templates on here. And I was showing you how I have taken a Sharpie marker and colored each of the lines a different color. This makes it a lot easier when you're actually cutting to know where to go. So many times people start on one line and then go on another line when they go to make their second cut. So this makes it easier. It also makes it easier if you are doing a big project and you can keep saying pink circle as you go along and kind of keep track of where you're going. The first one I'm going to show you is put a circle in the middle of your card. This is one of the great advantages of the Coluzzle, is that you can figure out where you want and you're not limited by the depth of, say, a punch or a die cut as to where you can put your circle. So I'm just going to show you real quick how I can put a circle right in this card. Here's the Coluzzle knife. When you first start, you want to put the knife in at an angle, just so you can pierce the paper. Once it's pierced, you're going to stand it upright and just pull the knife around. You're pretty much going to let the knife do the work as far as following the curves. And so there we've got our circle cut out. You just take your scissors and clip it to finish off the circle. Real quick and easy, and you can place it wherever you want. And I put your image behind here if you wanted to. One of the other great things I like to do is you can take your Coluzzle and you can put it on transparency and cut out an image. So I've cut out one of the tags right here. And the reason to do this is you can use it like a mask. So I'm going to use our Clover Meadow stamp pad here and one of our distressing tools. And just hold this down and just kind of pull in from the outside. And I used green so this would be real obvious and show up on the video. In my last video I tried to do distressing, it just didn't show up on my little pink cardstock, so I'm trying to be a little more dramatic from now on so you can actually see what I'm doing. So now I've kind of got this little shading going on here. Then I can take my Coluzzle and line it up to cut out that tag. Again, start your knife at an angle and then stand it up. Get it quite lined up right. It's kind of hard to see in here with the glare tonight while the cameras in here, got little shadows going. So now if I need it, it would all be shaded already. I got my thing off a little bit. You probably can't see it on this camera, but I could then take this back in and finish it off so you wouldn't be able to tell. Another great thing about the Coluzzle, a little tip I like to share, is if you want to line up a bunch of circles, like we're going to be working on some mats for my son's school where we're going to oval mat things, and so I need to make sure that everything's completely lined up. So on the back of my paper, I put a line on here, and on the Coluzzle, where you start and stop the knife, it's all right in a line. So I'm going to go ahead and do the pink circle here, and I put that line right in the middle. Now I can go ahead and cut my circle. Now I want to do another circle right next to it. So I usually look and see, for instance, this time I think the gap between the blue and the pink would be a nice spacing between my two circles. So I'll line the blue up with the edge of the first circle that I cut, and I'll do my second circle. And I can continue along this all the way across. Be a great embellishment to do, like on the side of your page, if you had a bunch of little pictures that you wanted to put on the side of a scrapbook page. just quickly cut the rest of the circle out. We've got 3 circles all perfectly lined up. Hope you've enjoyed the little tips, and I'll encourage you to use your Coluzzle more often and make it your friend so you can use it on all your scrapbook pages and stamping projects. Have a good night.